Starter motor removal. First off, disconnect the battery, because if you don't and you short out a live wire, you'll be sorry. Okay, I'm going to remove the starter motor on this Mondeo Mk5 2 litre diesel. To try and give you some kind of idea what kind of job it is, I'm going to try and explain it as if the engine was in the car. And the only reason I'm showing this now with the engine out of the car is I can get the camera angle on it to show it easier. So, first up, there is a turbo hose which goes onto your throttle housing or air intake. What you need to do is undo the 7mm Jubilee clip, pull the hose out of the way and move it off to one side. From under the bonnet you will see a 10mm nut holding a wire to the top solenoid on this starter motor. If you undo that nut and get that nut removed completely, then remove that wire from your solenoid. From underneath the vehicle there will be an 8mm bolt which holds a bracket which is just here, which goes onto your aircon pipes. You need to remove that 8mm bolt and just bend the bracket out of the way. There's another wire going onto your lower starter motor solenoid. Just lift the tab up and you can remove that wire and push it out of the way. 13mm nut which goes onto your lower solenoid, which is for your main battery terminal, the live one. If you undo that nut and remove it completely, and then you can just remove that battery wire out of the way. There is another turbo hose which fits onto this plastic pipe which sits on top of your gearbox. Once again, it's a 7mm Jubilee screw. You undo it and remove that turbo hose, and you will pull the turbo hose out from this retainer which is on the front of your gearbox. Then you can move the hose out of the way. The 10mm bolt which holds this turbo hose retainer onto your gearbox, you need to remove that out of the way so you can get access to your starter motor bolts. Your wiring loom is clipped onto the top starter motor bolt. There's a stud coming out the bolt. You can get a trim tool in there and just clip that out of the way like that. You can access the top starter motor bolt with a stud in it from underneath the vehicle, and it's 13mm. So we'll get that whizzed out the way. And last but least, there's a further two 13mm bolts. So we'll loosen them. Probably have to just lift the starter motor a little bit with your left hand while you're undoing the bolt with your right hand, just to take the weight off the threads as you're undoing it. There, it's out. There's a wiring connector which looks like it goes to your oil level sensor. I found it a lot easier if you remove this wiring plug, because it tends to get in the way when you're trying to remove a starter. So push the tab in and pop that connector out the way. I'm not going to lie to you here, when this starter is actually in the car, it is a bit of an animal trying to get it out. So you've got to slide it out backwards, then pull the front and then try and mangle it out from underneath the vehicle. But I will say, the aircon pipes and everything else that's is in the way, so it is a little bit of a struggle getting it out, but it will come out from underneath. There you go, one starter motor. Without getting too technical, the reason these starter motors have two solenoids, they're called tandem starter motor solenoids. It just enables the starter motors to restart the engine a lot more quickly and smoothly. That's it then. One starter motor removed. Obviously refitting it is just the reverse of taking it out. So I don't think I have to show you how to put it back in, do I? Anyway, and also, once again, the only reason I'm showing this with the engine out is because it's easier to film. But that's it. So anyway guys, till the next time, see ya.